Nightfall in Minneapolis in December usually spells freezing temps, and that is precisely the case outside these walls. But we are a comfortable 72 degrees inside U.S. Bank Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings.
Let's go. Let's do this.
It's going to be a long day.
Alert!
Be a long day. Kill, kill, kill.
Topper, topper.
Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. Hey, Delta.
From the gun, it's Allen. And that is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
A good return there, 17 yards, and the Bears take over. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, lock it. Check, 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 check. Check, 6-6, bullet high. Watch out, watch out. Rock it, rock it. Check, check. Go.
There's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Ready? 10-2 saw.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Hit it.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Bravo.
He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays.
There he goes left side. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. with his 16th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. 27 yards there, a first down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
They'll drop to throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. And mark him down all the way inside the Minnesota 10. A huge play there on the screen pass. 46 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. First down, a run with Cohen. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Tariq Cohen, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after try forthcoming. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35, but make it the 40-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 45-yard line. They'll run on first down. Brock. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Allen got his man complete over the middle. That's Brock. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 29-yard line. On first down, it's Brock. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's got Smith here. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Alert! 25 to Mike. We got 25 to Mike. Mike.
Hey, wahoo!
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. So on 4th down, Ron Rivera sends out the field goal unit. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. These two teams all tied after one. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 8. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey.
He'll drop to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it?
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Roquan Smith make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Put your hands on him. Get hands on motion man.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Ready, ready. 15 line. 15 line. Get it.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, box truck, box truck.
Check Mike 57, Mike 57. Watch his slant, watch his slant. Watch his slant.
2nd and 10. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
On play action, they'll throw. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Quentin Williams, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Right there.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Allen, Campbell making the catch. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Hey, high 7.
Allen now on 1st down. Looking for Campbell downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. Harris Campbell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Ready up. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Watch the screen. 57 the mark. 57.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This is caught by Jackson. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged.
It's caught inside the 25. Big gains in succession. Last one was over 20. This one over 30. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
61, matchbox lights.
Right there. 54.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Oh, good move. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He's 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
54. Too little, cut. Hey, 1 7. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. We got to get the ball until you get the ball.
And here's Allen throwing again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Switch.
Half 85. We go.
Allen operating from the gun. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Incomplete on the deep ball. It's now 4th down.
The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping.
A final shot before break. Cotton. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. That's caught inside the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So instead of trailing into the lockers, they grab the lead with the clock reading all zeros before intermission.
I would love to go into the locker room with them because right now they're riding a nice wave, aren't they? They're feeling good about themselves. But I know the coach is going to be talking to them about calming down, taking it easy. We've got a whole second half, but use the way we finished the first one to start the second.
Extra point right down the middle. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. 7 yards there and a first down.
Ready. 90 Wolf. 81.
A gain of 7.
Check nickel.
Bears first down.
Go.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. First down, here's White. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Ready, set.
53's mine. Check. 53's mine.
They'll set up to throw. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the micro.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown as the Bears push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice two-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
That QB's trash. Let's go.
Now Allen. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw again on second down. Allen, and they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, tight. Hey, let go.
Operating from the gun, Allen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. This is White on the screen. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw, and that will be incomplete.
I know every coach talks about respecting the ball, taking care of the ball, but when it's 3rd and long like that, you're triggered, man. He wants to make a play. And on that one, he's trying to force one downfield to make that play. It just didn't work out.
Yeah, he tried to make the play. A little risky, but it fell incomplete. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. On first down, Brock. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Brock. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
56.
looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. They'll run on 1st down. Brock. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Allen finding a safety valve here. That's complete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Allen now from the gun, he'll throw. And he finds his target. It's sharp. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down. And an alley to run. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run it now out of the gun. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Allen. And this one complete to Smith.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Allen. And he's got his man on the comebacker. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here? And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air as his guys are back within a single score. So now here are the Vikings faced with a big 2-point conversion attempt. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some 1st downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 39-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 27 yards there, a 1st down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
From Viking territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10. Down at the 33. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots, and that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. Fourth quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. He'll look to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And his kick is indeed good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, Delta.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Bang.
Hey, home.
36, 36.
Alert. Bravo.
54.
From the gun, Allen. Catch made here by Campbell. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
On the ready.
57's Mike.
Watch the curl. Deep grip.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where it came from.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they look for that final touchdown to salt this one away. Here's White, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year as the Bears push further out in front. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Now Allen throwing on 3rd and long. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Roquan Smith in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. Now a desperation throw. He's got a man. Complete. 30. Past the 20. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
I'm coming.
And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here.
Come on now. Let's go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns as the Bears push further out in front.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
They'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Coverage on the play by Kyle Fuller.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Allen to throw. Going to throw again. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
Aim to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and
you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
that's called being in the zone.